We will thrive.
The next speaker we have on board is, again, a very special lady. We have Carolyn A. Brent. Carolyn A. Brent is an MBA, of course, he holds an MBA. She's an author, she's a bodybuilder, caretaker, and supporter of care of the elderly. So she has a very broad range of professions, of things she's doing. Her latest book is named... There she is. Hey. Your latest book is named Transforming Your Life Through Self-Care, a guide to tapping into your deep beauty and inner world. And I just read some lines. I didn't read the book yet, but I read some lines, and you're talking about authority, becoming an authority of your own life. What do you mean with becoming an authority of your own life, and what is essential to become the authority of your life?
Peter, I have to say, number one, thank you. I'm honored to be here. And in order to be an authority, especially as a caregiver, especially I'm 63 years old, and I had to become an authority of my life when I hurt my back, couldn't work, being a caregiver for 12 years, not knowing where my dad was buried. I was a mess, a big, huge mess. And then I had to talk to God, talk to psychiatrists, talk to people that could help me to get my life back. Because most caregivers, after they've been a caregiver forever, they don't know who they are because they've been caring for other people. But what I did, I had to learn, number one, what is an authority? And I like to just briefly talk about it. There's two different meanings that I really want to share. There's two types of authority. There's an authority like you and your wife are authorities in the film industry. I loved listening to your wife and her story. She became an expert, an authority to actually help people that way. Then there's other types of authority, like a person that is an authority of music that can master the music and actually share information, or 21st century quilting. Then there's this other authority, such as the authority of language, the authority of a command, like the president. He put out a command, we do it. Or the authority of someone that is the head of the household. Mm-hmm. But Peter, have you ever thought about with people, when they become an authority, imagine authority on their own life, on their own finances, on their health, and on their welfare, everything, when they take control of their life and take their authority back that they maybe have given away in a bad relationship or bad family matters, or wherever they gave or whom they've given their authority, they got to get their authority back. Mm-hmm. And that's really, really the key to any success. And one thing that I want to share, and the reason why the book, the Transforming Your Life Through Self-Care, a guide to tapping into your deep beauty and inner work, when I was 59 years old, I said on my 60th birthday, I had a vision to go on the NPC bodybuilding stage. My body was messed up as far as my back, and I said, I'm writing a health book. What can I do? So I had the vision, and I saw myself walking on the stage and winning first place in the 60 and over category. That actually happened for me because I put it into action. I became an authority of my health, of my welfare, of my being. I got myself out of the depression, and I got rid of every stinking, thinking person that was in my life and influenced me in a negative way. So that's what I want the world to know, that regardless of what you've been through, especially now with this pandemic, still take your authority back. This is a great time to put you got to know your why. What gets you up in the morning? What gets you up? And then you have to have a vision, and then you have to execute. Execution is the key. We could have a vision, we could have a dream, but unless you have literally have your mind made up and you tell yourself, I'm going to do this. Not I might do it. No, I'm going to do it. And that's when you start pulling out the resources and reaching out for people to help you. And people will help you. They help me. Three of my books are in Harvard. I have to say this because I'm so proud of it. Oxford University, Stanford. They're in libraries throughout the country and the world. And also, I'm really, really, really grateful. I'm on my 10th book. But the first book I ever wrote is because I was upset. I was angry and had to get myself out of that negative thinking, stinking thinking, because I was told, if you write a book about the elderly, I'm sorry.
Yet, this is absolute. This sounds obvious, sounds logical. So tell me, what keeps people away from becoming the authority of their own life? And do you have some kind of formula to achieve this, to become the authority of your life?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that question. What keeps people away, they're so used to someone telling them, you can't do this, you can't do that, you better not do this. And people become afraid, and they can't even think for themselves. They feel like they got to go get permission just to go get some water. And this is the formula that I use for myself, and I actually came up with this formula. Fierce determination, and then you got to be laser focused and have bottomless discipline. I'm talking about bottomless discipline. When I wanted to go on stage, I had to eat right. I had to prepare my food a week in advance to know what I was eating. And then what that will do when you have that bottomless discipline, it will equal a person's deep beauty, because the deep beauty is within a person's soul, heart and soul. That's where that deep beauty comes out. And that's the formula.
We sometimes, or we often heard in this over the last 24 hours, something about this if-then connection. So if I would have your life, it would be easy. If I would be as famous as you, it would be easy. If I would have your body, it would be easy. Sometimes I hear people saying exactly this, and they just don't know how to start. What is your advice? If you really struggle, if you're really down, how can people start to become the authority of your life?
Because they have to embrace what God has given them. I strongly believe that everybody has a talent. We were born with special gifts, everybody. I did not want to be a caregiver advocate. That's not what I wanted to do. But God appointed and anointed me to do that, and it's morphed into other different avenues in my life. So I share with people whatever keeps pulling at you, whatever keeps telling you, come back and work with this. That's what you need to do as far as your purpose, and you become authority by being laser focused on yourself for self-care. You've got to take care of yourself. Just like when you go to the doctor, you take your medical records with you that shows the doctor your authority, and you share with the doctor, this is my medical records from the last doctor I went to. And I do that all the time. When I switch doctors, I take all of my paperwork with me.
You mentioned use what is given to you. That came to my mind, the word talent. Use your talents. And the beauty about the word talent, it's the original meaning of talent is a present. It's a gift. So think about if we are talking if we are using our talents, what are we doing with what is given to us? You are talking about the connection of body, mind, and spirit, which is all about what you mentioned. What are your recommendations to connect body, mind, and spirit?
You know what? Wherever a person's happy place is, it could be on the beach, it could be in the bathtub taking a bubble bath, it could be in your quiet place, and allow the Holy Spirit to minister to your soul. And that's where you'll have the mind, body, and connection. And I normally do it. I'm like 2 miles from the ocean. I'll just walk by myself and just look at the water. And haven't you thought about why millions of people go to the beach every year and they just sit on the sand and they're looking at the sea? Have you ever wondered what they're thinking about? Mm-hmm. They're connecting body, mind, and spirit. That's what they're doing. They are connecting. And it's just really simple stuff. And everyone has their own talent. You can't copy off of someone else's talent and expect to be successful. You've got to be laser focused on their own.
Maybe this is sometimes, I mentioned before, sometimes it's the simple things, the very simple things that really can make the difference. Focus Focus on yourself, focus on your needs, focus on your body, your mind, your spirit, focus on what is given to you, and use this. Carolyn, thank you so much for coming late in the night. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Here she is again. Thank you so much, and I am happy to give over to our wonderful host of this afternoon, no, of this morning, Janine again. Thank you.